get my screen up here. There we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So today I thought I would do a general forecast reading and see how it goes. It's not really aimed at anyone in particular, but if it resonates with you, great. If not, then, never mind. But I also wanted to ask for reading requests. Um, any ideas of readings that you would like? It can be about the past, it could be about someone alive, someone dead, it could be a mystery, it could be a true crime story, political, celebrity, whatever. I'm open to suggestions. I had an idea of a reading yesterday of someone who was deceased that I thought would be interesting, but then I've forgotten who it was. I'm like, who was I thinking of again? Can't remember. So I was trying to think of someone. Maybe we could, because it is Halloween time when the veil is the thinnest, and it's supposed to be uh, traditionally the best time to communicate with the other side. I'm not a medium. I don't have mediumistic abilities, but I can do a reading with the cards and get the energies and perhaps a message or two. Hopefully, from someone on the other side. So whatever you want to read about, you can talk to anyone. Cleopatra, Hitler, Mussolini. I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking of dictators, but just anyone. So let me know if you have any suggestions. You can leave a comment below. So I'm very excited to do this live here on my new channel. And yeah, I want to see how it goes. I'm just going to do a general reading now, just general world events. Things are going to go for the next month. And let's see what pops out here. So energies that were from the past that are being dealt with now. What energies from the past are being in the air now that people are dealing with? What's the most prominent things here? Oh, I got Ace of Cups reversed. A lot of sadness, overwhelming sadness, actually a loss here. A lot of emotions, a lot of sad emotions people are dealing with from what's happened in the past that's still hanging in the air and still affecting people very strongly. Something new that happened in the past, the Ace of Cups thing is still, so there's a lot of sadness. High Priestess, wow. A lot of sadness and a lot of people wanting answers and looking at mysteries and using their intuition, figure things out very powerfully. So I'm getting this upright. So there's a lot. I get very powerful silent, people who are not saying anything, and people who, a lot of unknowns going on, still affecting people, what's really going on, and what's, a lot of questions. And I also get the star, guiding star here, former people. This could literally be a star if you think some particular prominent people or stars who are on people's minds right now, and or referring to our hopes and wishes and what we're aiming for, that long-term goals, long-term wishes that people are reaching for, that they're still on everyone's mind now. Hope, the star is hope, even when things are still it's darkest before dawn, right? So there's still a lot of hope, even though there's a lot of sadness, there's still a lot of optimism, quiet optimism and hope for the future still. So even though there is an overwhelming amount of sadness, and people are feeling like there's a lot of unknowns and mysteries and things not being said, but there's still a lot of hope. There's still a general feeling of everything is going to be all right. So we can still fix this, whatever it is. Still an optimism there that we know what we want and we know what we don't want. So even though we may not know exactly how we're going to get what we want, we can do. We're going to do it. There's still a lot of optimism that it will be done. So apologies, my green screen sort of shifts down sometimes. Gotta fix that up. Technical difficulties here. I'm a one woman show, you know. I have to do everything, lighting, green screen. Anyways, so yeah, very, very deep spiritual cards here that I'm getting with the Ace of Cups and the High Priestess and the Star. These are very quiet but powerful two major arcanas. And an ace is also very powerful. So you can really look at that as three major arcanas. Very powerful emotions, but very quiet. It's like the passive feminine energy. It's, I mean, not passive, but just quiet undercurrents. That's why it seems like right now does seem very quiet right before one of the huge election, and but it's a powerful emotional undercurrent going on that, and like I said, a lot of unknowns. And also the High Priestess can be about witchcraft or alternate religions, shall we say, Satanism, Zionism, that kind of thing. The Satanist, Masonic kind of energy. There could be, but in general, though, in a a positive way, because it is upright. So I don't see it as being a destructive thing, but it's something that people may be relying on and studying about the occult. High Priestess can, refers to the hidden things, right? The occult. And I think a lot more people are learning about what's a lot of things that they didn't look into before. A lot of occult symbolisms, or even like pedophile symbolisms or things like that, like secret things. Occult just means hidden, right? So anything that's been hidden, people are looking into and say, well, what about that? What about 9/11? What about this? What about that? What's really going on here? So that's what I mean by High Priestess. Is sort of, but that could be also a part of it. Searching into what is this one world religion going on? What is that about? How exactly do they work? How do we know we're dealing with that? Why do people on TV keep putting their hands in certain positions? That kind of thing. So yeah, so there is a lot of that on people's minds right now, right? And hidden history, right? A lot of history. People, you think you know history from school, but they didn't teach you anything, right? Didn't teach us anything. A lot to learn that we don't know about our own history. That's what's going on. A lot of powerful emotions, a lot of researching occult topics, hidden things, and there's still a lot of hope. A lot of hope and a guiding star there with the star. A lot of hope that things can be, if you're not happy with things going, how they can be turned around and get set right, right? How about right now? What's the energies right now? These are from the past leading into how people are feeling now. So, how are people feeling now? What's the general situation? What's going on for people right now in the present? What are the most important influences to keep in mind right now for everyone? Let's see what's going on right now for everyone. What's the major influences? So, okay. Ooh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Now, this card, the Djinn, is, of course, the Devil card. So here, right now, things are very intense and concerns about, let's face it, evil people here, evil entities. Major Arcana can be seen as, worldwide and powerful and evil and materialistic and wanting to oppress you. It can be whether that be drug addictions or any kind of addictions, screen addictions, threats, like uh, power control, right? The devil's about controlling everything and wanting to watch you all the time, whether it's a narcissistic relationship or narcissistic government. wanting that control for everything. So a lot of evil, a lot of control issues. You know what? If you look at the face on this Djinn, it looks like Yuval Harari, doesn't it? I was just seeing a video of him talking about how dictatorships like people to not trust each other. That helps. They said with a democracy, you need people to trust each other. You have to trust your institutions. But if you don't trust them, you don't trust anyone. Then that's a great for a dictatorship. A dictatorship doesn't trust anyone. And if people don't trust anyone, then they can't bond together and fight back against the oligarchs, right? I'm just gonna say, that the devil can be the tyrant. It can be the dictator. Someone very evil, literally or figuratively, just acts very evil. Oh, and then we get the hermit. Getting a lot of major arcanas and like very intense time right now. So the hermit, of course, is people being secluded and alone. Maybe a lot of people isolated with their cell phones. I mean, even if you're out in public, people are looking at their cell phones. They're not connecting to each other. But on a positive note, the hermit is looking inward, spirituality, and deep knowledge and wisdom, and being wise and making the best decisions, not doing anything rashly, but really wisely as possible, looking back at trusting the old white haired people, listening to wiser voices and the historical precedents to determine how to go forward. But right now, there's not any moving forward on anything right now because the hermit is like secluded. It's waiting, it's thinking, it's planning, it's plotting, or just, analyzing and learning, which goes along with the high priestess here, which are the mysteries people are looking into and wanting to know about. The hermit is finding things out and reflecting on it, and that deeply, and being an expert. Experts are very prominent now, right? A lot of experts in a lot of fields dealing with this oppressive, evil situation up here right now. Yes. Oh, and my goodness, another major arcana. this is this is an intense forecast, I'll tell you what. So the fool, of course, is having the optimism to do something new. Look at that blonde hair on the fool's head. Remind you of anyone? I'm just saying. Orange hair there. I got the election on my mind. Come on, I have that. Anyways, the fool is something new, someone new coming in, a new prominent worldly figure here, perhaps, or just doing something, trying something new, having faith and going for it and doing something differently, doing a new way, um, going a new way, trying something new, a new fresh start here. It's upright, so it's positive. It's, not one that's been reflected upon and thought about and doing it anyways. We're going to do this a new way. We're going to try something new. Some people, I just saw a video with, I can't remember her name, the blonde British woman. I know her name, but I can't think of it right now. But she's a comedian, and she said 2025, she said, is the year of not complying. So doing something new because we do have a new year coming up soon. So thinking of like, what are we going to do differently now to make sure that the sad past doesn't get repeated? What can we do? What can we do new and different in our approach so that history doesn't repeat itself? Yeah. So yeah, very powerful, positive change. And if you're thinking of doing something new, this is the go ahead, do it, go for it. No matter what, don't feel oppressed, don't feel tied down. Just go ahead and think it through, plan, talk to experts, ask questions, figure things out, make sure you've really thought about it before. But then once you've done that, go for it. Do what you want to do. That fresh start. So yeah, so what can we expect? What's the energies coming in next? What energies can you expect coming in next? How's it gonna go? So these are basically like all major arcanas. Like I said, Ace can be considered a major arcana. Yeah, High Priestess, Star, Devil, or the Djinn, Hermit and Fool. I mean, I've got all major arcanas. So big people are a lot of big plans here, big concerns, world affecting concerns on people's minds, but in the near future. We have got Queen of Pentacles, obsessed with money or material or your physical health issues, possibly as well. Or it could just be economy in general, insecurity with the job. Oh, and I have Eight of Cups reversed. So now I have going back to something, returning to something, going back to an old relationship, an old job because of money concerns. Moving back home could be one of the meanings, or just going back to school, going back to something, and that costs you money. So whatever it is, I see going back or returning to something maybe you considered before, or going back to someone or something that to address some instability or something that you want to build that isn't built yet or isn't finished, or that you need to order make money in the future. So yeah, so I see that being a driver for many people. The idea of now, of course, we do have the holidays coming up, so people are going to be spending money on that, no doubt. Ooh, these cards just flipped over. Another major arcana. I've got the Judgment card, new beginning here. This could be seen as a graduation of sorts, or a finishing of something, and achievements. If you're in court, it could be finishing a court case or a court battle. Oh my goodness. And then another major arcana flipped over, the Empress, which is beautiful. It's growth and fulfillment and family, mothers, growth, just all around creativity, beauty here, um, and building that material. So there's going to be some insecurities with material things, but then the Empress comes in, and your creativity and new and this new beginning flourishes. So yeah, so whatever you're feeling insecure about, whether it's maybe you're feeling physically insecure, maybe you're not as healthy as you could be, so you go back on the diet or the exercise routine or whatever it is that you're considering, supplements, and then you have and you reach a goal here. Maybe you reach that 10-pound goal. The judgment could be judgment could be reaching anything achievement, right? It could be losing that 10 pounds. And then you just flourish from there, and your health improves dramatically, and your all around life improves all over. And then we get the Emperor reversed. So you have to be aware of not dropping the ball with work or your schedule, or getting not being as disciplined, or not. Now, the Emperor reverse could also be troubles with the government. This could be the government behaving badly, because the Emperor can be governmental or institutional. Could be a boss. Doesn't have to be necessarily be government. Hey, Lydia, how are you? What do you think? This is my new channel. My first live on my new channel. It's very exciting. A little quiet, but maybe things will pick up, maybe. The Emperor reverse. I see the government. Look out. The government's going to be acting up. But it's nothing you can't handle, because then we have the Page of Swords, which is fighting back. Say, take that. I'm not doing that. I do not comply. Here's your form. I had it on time. Don't you lie about me. And then I get Queen of Wands reversed is the last one that flipped over, which is, not having things calming down. It can be, so it could be like a woman or woman's issues or something coming up, that there's a lot of drama llamas coming out, making a big deal about something is one possibility, but this can also be a lack of energy, a lack of enthusiasm. So, depending on exactly the situation you're dealing with, I would say that not handling whatever issue may come up. If you do have an issue with a government or official or boss, this is saying to talk, speak directly and honestly, and communicate directly, honestly, and to the point, and intelligently, but don't handle it online. This is like the fire wands I see as social media, things online, videos. This is saying don't go down that route. Don't go handling things that affect you on social media. So if you get some bad news from some company or government entity, this is saying the best way to handle it is pick up the phone and make a phone call, handle it directly, or send an email directly. Not to go online and go on Twitter and see the whole world and say, "What is this? What are you doing? You're blah 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 blah. You're this or that." Because it could have just been a stupid. It could have just been a mistake. Companies make mistakes, right? Companies make errors. Things happen. And if you don't blow it up to a big social media thing, they'll just handle it, quietly between you and them, and things will be smoother. So I'm getting that's the best way to handle any potential difficulties that you may come across in the near future. Yeah, sounds good. Great. Yes. Yes, I hope it picks up too. So I'm looking for ideas for readings, anything that's not H&M related. This is my H&M free zone. So doing any other topics, whether true crime, um, even past events, things that happened in the past, you can ask questions about that. People deceased that are alive, you can ask questions or, talk quote unquote with the cards, energies from the cards. So any idea, anything you want to read about, general forecast, questions. Um, you can ask about relationships. You want to say how is the relationship between, I don't know, Jennifer Lopez and whoever she's married to now. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, I'm open to any other kind of reading, political or anything, celebrity, anything. Or just general forecasts. I mean, general forecasts are fun, but I don't know. That's only I couldn't think of anything to read about. So I said, well, let's just do a general forecast. They're always good to do. They can be interesting, but I'd like to sink my teeth into a true crime story, maybe, or someone interesting. You're curious about Liam? Oh, right, right. Liam Payne passing. It's fishy. Okay, I haven't looked into that because I don't really follow the British. What is it? What was he? What was he again? He was a British. Um, he came from that television show that Simon Cowell's on. I know. I did read that Simon Cowell quit because he felt guilty. Yeah. Hi, Yvonne. How are you? Yeah, the One Direction kid. Yeah, I don't really listen to that music or anything, but I did see the news about that. He supposedly what was the thing? He fell out of a window or jumped out of a window. He was high or something. They said we could look at that. I could look at him. It's a boy band, right? Right. Yeah, he was relatively young. I mean, it had been they were a famous boy band there. And of course, I don't really follow boy bands, but I'll look at it. Yeah, maybe let me look at that one. I'll look at that one. What question do you have about his passing? You just want to do a particular question about it? I could throw some cards. Or if you want, in my next video, I can do a full on reading asking him what happened or something like that. I could do that. I could just do that for a whole new, my next video. I think I'll do that. You're not sure if true, but apparently 1 hour before his death, the hotel camera stopped working. Oh, really? That's suspicious. Kind of like with Jeffrey Epstein, right? The cameras just weren't working that night. They all went out. Oh my, that's not a good sign. Okay, that's a good suggestion. Thank you, Lydia. Yeah. Said fans met him 1 hour prior and he said he seemed fine, not drugged up. Really? Mm. Well, someone who's an addict though, they can fake it pretty well. I mean, look at, there's a lot of people who they're addicts and even politicians. And they can function. There's functional addicts that they can seem sober, but really they are high. Like you wouldn't know unless you really know them well. Oh, you wonder if it has to do with Diddler. Really, is it a Diddler connection? Okay, let me see. I could ask that question. I'll ask that question. In a separate, the next video, I will look at the whole situation of his death. But for right now, I'll just do that question you just asked. So you want to know if it has to do with the Diddler? I can ask that. I can do. I'll do a Lenormand reading and ask that right now. So, did Diddler have something to do with Liam Payne's passing? Did you don't think? I didn't think he wasn't looking good. Uh huh. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if Diddler has something to do with the Diddler. Did Liam Payne's passing have something to do with the Diddler? We'll do a pyramid reading on that one. The closest I can get to a yes no is with Lenormand, so that's the one I go with. Did Liam's Payne's passing have something to do with the Diddler? Was the Diddler behind it? Or is it causing it somehow involved? All right, I think I've shuffled enough. Let's see. Liam Payne. His passing have something to do with Diddler? Let's see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's see what we get here. So the basis of the situation, we get Scythe. They cut out, attack, danger. This is a card of danger. Could be threats. And next to that, whips, arguments. Now, I did hear that there might have been some kind of sexual abuse, and this can be a sexual card, but there is some danger there or threats pertaining to a situation, an argument, or a situation dealing with sex, possibly sexual abuse. If he suffered sexual abuse, as I did hear, might have been an issue. So there's very dangerous cards here. This could be an attack. Yeah, it's not looking innocent right now. What are you saying here? You meant he wasn't looking well. He looked very thin. Okay, I got you. Yeah, you got to be careful when you're talking about boy bands here. Can't tell if you're crushing on them or not. Just kidding, just kidding. I know you're not, but a lot of people do. So yeah, so this is conflict, wounding. This could be he got hurt in a conflict, possibly. It could be aggressive cutting. Was he into cutting or anything like that? But this is a pattern of violence here, or physical injury, or now I gotta look at the other cards, but it could be also about repeating his. The sharp point can be a needle. I don't know if he's in drugs or not, or heroin or anything like that. That repeated actions of drugs could have been involved. There's something violent, possibly violent here going on. I do get the tower. Now, this could be, was he in a hotel when it happened? Or somewhere like that, isolated. This can be isolated. This can also refer to, a recording. In his case, it might be the recording company. This could be a corporation or an institution or a governmental entity. This could be, though, like I said, a recording, some kind of official organization here, possibly involved somehow, or it could just mean that he was isolated at the time, like he was by himself, right, in a hotel room. So, said apparently he said Beyonce and Jay-Z scare him, and Diddler wouldn't let go of his hand when he met him. Really? Wow. Yeah, hotel. Okay, he was in a hotel. Yeah, so I am getting this institution here. Oh my goodness. And I get the clouds. The clouds. That's also a very negative card of things being upset going on here. This together can indicate a narcissist, the tower and the clouds. It's about doubting authority, hiding the past, mind control. This could be about mind control. Was there any MK Ultra type mind control going on there? That could possibly play a part. Someone trying to control his mind. You know, everybody in the music business and in Hollywood, they do some level of mind control. I mean, look at what's her name, Britney Spears. Have you seen her on Instagram? I've been following Britney Spears. Not that not that I was a huge fan. Like I'm too a little older than that, but that girl's on drugs and doing Instagram videos every day, dancing around in her underwear. And there was once part time, like a few months ago or a year ago, where she was dancing with knives. And people are saying maybe she needs to be put back in an institution because she looks cray cray. All right, I got to do a reading on her next, I think, as well. But obviously she was a victim of mind control by her handlers, right? So I'm thinking that this guy that you're asking about, this Liam Payne, I think there was some mind control going on here, and he fought against it. Possibly, there's fighting here, danger, an attack. Yeah, yeah, she's still doing it. You can go on Instagram right now and see it. It's like a horror movie. I'm like, what is going on? It's like they're just leaving her there to do it. She's just every day doing the same little dance routine and dancing around in these bizarre outfits. And she was in a Daily Mail just yesterday or the day before because she put on like a white like wedding, when you're a bride, like a white covering over her head, and she said she was marrying herself. Just a very bizarre behavior. And everything she puts up there is bizarre. Yeah, so there's a lot of craziness going on, but that's another idea. I should do a reading on Liam Payne, and I'm gonna do one on Britney Spears because I gotta see that girl's not doing well. But she's been doing this for months now, if not years, like doing these dances in front of the camera, and she keeps doing it. So I guess she has some stability there. Like she's not doesn't seem to be falling apart necessarily, but she does not look healthy. But anyways, this guy, I'm getting a lot of negative cards here. This guy, there was some violence here. There was some fighting. There was some he was psychologically messed up. Now it could have been because of the drugs, but it could also have been a fight he was in, arguments here. I mean, the fact that he was in a hotel, was it because he got into a fight with someone? I don't know. Problems at home, or is he feeling threatened by the people in the music industry with the tower here? There's something really negative going on. A lot of violence, threats here. This was not a peaceful time he was having. He was feeling endangered, I think. Yeah, it's a crazy industry. It's all evil. It's all evil. That's why I don't pay attention to celebrities. I try not to. But it's all Luciferian. They're all Luciferians. They're all evil. They're all you hear about it. They're all into the satanic drinking blood and this, that, or the other. I mean, they're all in on it. They're all like crazy. Don't even get me started on the Montecito evil. But anyways, poor Liam Payne, he was in a lot of upset and anger, danger, and confusion, and things not going well, and a lot of trouble around him, for sure. This was a tumultuous time. So that led to what? What did he do next? There's a man. Okay, so either this is him or this could be the Diddler, or there was a man involved in what happened to him. And next card I get is a woman. There's a woman involved or around him at this time. So there's either a man and a woman involved, or he was with a woman when this happened. I don't know if that was his wife, but there's a woman there. I'm getting a woman who plays a very important role in this. And what about this woman? And I get birds. So this could be a couple. This could be nervousness. This could be a lot of talking. He could have been on social media talking with a woman. Maybe this woman was a victim or someone who also had his same problems, drugs or whatnot. But there seems to be a woman around him, or a man and a woman around him when this happened. He died. And let me just see if there's any other meanings I could be missing here. I know he was married. He had a child. So I don't know if the woman. I don't know if he was on the phone with his wife right before, or if he got in a fight with her, maybe, and that led him to overreact because he was in an altered state. But a woman was a strong influence here. I'm getting on the situation of why he did this. Um, this could also be interesting. The woman and the birds can be a female singer. So he may have been on the communicating or with another musician or singer, a woman who was a singer like him, quite possibly, who was there. Or it could just be an anxious woman, a nervous woman, chatty woman. Was he there with his wife? Was she was actually there at the hotel with him, or was she somewhere else? Because he was in Argentina, right? And his family's in Britain, I assume. You thought he was there to watch a show of one of the other band members? Yeah, I don't know why he was there. I just knew that he was in a hotel in Argentina. That's where, of course, where he was found. That's the story was that he was found there. But it looks like there was a female singer around him. I don't. It could be his wife, but I don't think so. I don't think he was with his wife. I think, although he could have been talking with her on the phone or something, and got into a fight or something, or just been upset for some reason by it. But there's a woman, a possible woman singer, or a chatty woman, or a woman reporter. Maybe he talked to a reporter, a female reporter, and that also set him off. Maybe he said too much. Now, or this could be the Diddler and a woman that works with the Diddler, a female singer, because like Beyonce. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not. I don't know if Beyonce herself had something to do with it, but this is a female singer and this is a man possibly here going on here. So there are other people involved in whatever happened, how he ended up. But we'll find out at the end if the Diddler was a part of it or not. So then next, what happened? We get passions, what he loves, relationships here. And I get, decisions, multiples. All right, so was he cheating on his wife? I have to ask. Because multiples, decisions, love affairs. Now he could have been cheating because he had to cheat. I heard that there was like to be chosen in this boy band, you had to do favors, sexual favors for others. But I do see that maybe he had to sleep with someone to get a deal or something, or he's cheating. This could be another woman. But I'm seeing multiple relationships going on here. Going your separate ways. This could also be going your separate ways. So I don't know if him and his wife got into a fight and they were talking about divorcing or not, and that got him upset. Maybe they got into a fight and he was in an altered state, a drugged altered state, and then he just killed himself after that. Maybe they threatened divorce. Maybe she threatened divorce or he threatened it. It always comes up in relationships. When you're married or in a relationship, you're always threatening to break up and you get really mad, but maybe he overreacted to that. I'm getting some idea here of what may have happened, but yeah, somebody could have thought that he was cheating on with his wife or girlfriend and went and killed him. Another explanation. Let's find out. Was the Diddler, here's the last card, was the Diddler involved with Liam Payne's death? Box. That's a negative card, so I'm getting a no. So the Diddler did not have a direct connection to this. This was something else. Either somebody thought that Liam was fooling around with his wife, or Liam was fooling around, or he got into a fight with his wife and was afraid that she was going to divorce him, and he overreacted in his either in a drugged up state, possibly, or I think he would have had to have been in some kind of altered state to kill himself over it. But it's if he was feeling particularly vulnerable and if he really thought she was going to divorce him, people can overreact. He could have overreacted. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, Lydia. It's an interesting question. Thank you for the question. Yeah. But we can't push this one on the diddler, but it's the same group of people around. And if this guy was into drugs, I mean, people like the diddler are the ones that are always, getting them. And see, they get these young musicians into drugs to control them. That's how that's instead of, that's one of the ways they control their minds, right? They get them addicted to drugs, and then like they did the Whitney Houston. They destroyed Whitney Houston that way. It's really sick. Hollywood, the recording industry, it's a very evil, evil place. Let me tell you, it's not a good place. Yeah. All right. So there you have it. General forecast and a question about Liam Payne. Maybe we'll look more deeply into another reading. And yeah, be sure to check out Britney Spears' Instagram if you want to be shocked. But anyways, yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed my new live here on my new channel, and I'll be doing more. I'm going to be doing my tarot readings here from going forward. I don't want to really put them on my art channel because I want to leave my art channel just art, and I'm going to do my alternative tarot readings here, and that will be it. And then I'll do the H&M tarot readings when my strike lifts on my Daily Empress 5 channel. So that's my organization going forward. Hope everyone can keep track. It'd be confusing. But yes, I'll be back maybe tomorrow or the next day with the next reading. And I thank you for being here. And I hope you all have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening. Take care, everyone. Thanks for being here. Bye bye.